So today we've got a couple hives that have been here for about a week. All these bees were feral, meaning they broke off and did what's called swarming, when about half of a hive leaves with about 50% of its occupants and a new queen to go find a new home. They've grown too big for the home they're in. They're going to go find a new one. So as a beekeeper, you catch these hives, these swarms, and you bring them to a new hive where they're going to have a much greater chance of success. As we know, the honeybee is in a lot of trouble, so we really want to try and give them the biggest success rate that we can. So we've got this hive here that's been here about a week. We're going to open it up and see what they're doing. We hope to see good brood, good honeycomb, and of course, we're going to try and find our queen. So first thing we're going to do is give them some smoke. This is just pine needles in a smoker. Bees communicate with pheromones, so when you give them smoke, it kind of makes it a little bit more difficult for them to communicate. And this is a really docile hive. These European honeybees really don't mind being worked, which is really nice as a beekeeper. Allows you to get in there and see what's going on. So I see a frame right here. I'm going to try my luck and see if we find our queen. She's probably going to be where all the other bees are. These frames pop right out, but often there's a substance called propolis that the bees put on there that's going to keep them locked in, and when I need this, I'll pop the frames out with that. But look at our bees. That is a nice, healthy hive already. So we're going to look around here, see if we see our queen bee. And as you can imagine, being called the queen bee, she's kind of at the center of attention. So we look around here, and she's probably on here, and there she is. So right here, we have our queen bee. I'll grab my hive tool and show you. She's right here. You can tell the queen bee by a few different ways. One, she's significantly larger than the worker bees. Two, her abdomen is quite a deal longer and it has no stripes. So as you'll notice, all these other worker bees have stripes and she does not. And then three, last but not least, the queen bee has really small wings, and that's because she only leaves the hive once in her life. When she becomes the new queen, she leaves on what's called her maiden flight, and she goes out and mates with drones, and she'll come back to the hive and never leave again. She will never leave to mate, never leave to pollinate. Her only job is to come back here to the hive and lay all these eggs in these brood cells. So as you see here, we've got this brood cell. It's basically the nursery of the hive. A honeybee's first job when it hatches is to take care of the nursery, bring the babies food, tend to the brood cell, and as you can see, she's walking around in there, making sure everything's good, laying eggs, doing her job. That's really great. She's a good, healthy queen that's laying a lot of eggs. That's going to be really good for this hive. So we're going to put these guys back in and see if we can find some honey. Be real careful because I know she's in there, and last thing I want to do is injure her. But these guys are just so gentle, which is really nice. All right, so give them a little bit more smoke. See what they think about that. Yeah, all right. And let's try our luck for some honeycomb. What about this one? Okay, pop this frame out. See what we've got. And what do you know? I've got good luck today. So all these bees in here are making new comb. Throughout the summer, when they come back, they're going to fill this with honey. So what's really great about this is that they've only been here a week. They're already really hard at work. As you can see, they've got great numbers, and they're already making honeycomb. And so that means they're going to be making honey all summer long, and hopefully by the winter, be able to sustain themselves on their own honey. Often beekeepers have to bring a sugar source to the bees throughout the winter to help them get through. And we obviously like to see them eating their own honey through the winter because that most emulates what they're going to be doing in the wild if and when they swarm off and hopefully go help repopulate our dwindling bee population. So these guys just look so good. I don't think we could have asked for a healthier hive after a week. So we're going to put this back in and leave them be, so to speak. But they look really great. I'm so happy to see that. I wish every hive could look this good. And hopefully with more hives like this, we can continue to help repopulate the bee population and see for many years to come a lot of really happy, healthy bees. So I'm going to shut this up here and let these guys do their thing. And thanks for stopping by.